Okay, as you can see, we're not making forward progress. The transmission is not in the truck, and that's bad. As you can tell by the thumbnail, this particular piece was laying on top of the valve body. That is a snap ring that should be inside the transmission. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this thing apart, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done this before, never built an automatic, never claimed to. So we're going to figure out how to do this. If I have to read a book page by page, we're going to do it. So follow along as we rebuild, tear down, and probably rebuild a couple more times a 4L80. So here we go. Okay, looks like we found the culprit. Snap ring. As you can see, it's even kind of deformed. Not quite sure what happened there. I'll go ahead and pull the clutches out, see if I can find out if they're in good shape or not. So far, the transmission looks like it's okay. There's nothing really wrong with it. Everything still is in really good shape. So let's see what these look like. Looks pretty good. Clutches show I guess these are the low clutches. Looks like they're might have had a little bit of heat in their life, but not too bad. The steels got a couple of shiny spots on them, but nothing too terribly bad there that we can't work around. I'm probably still going to go ahead and put an overhaul kit in it, but in any event, I had to find out what was wrong with it or where that snap ring went. Okay, now that we got the transmission tore apart, I want to just do a quick DIY transmission holding fixture thing so we can get this the 4L80 put back together. So I'm sure everybody's seen it, the U-shaped fixture that holds the transmission by the backside, so there's nothing that blocks the input shaft or the output shaft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this thing hanging off the table, and it can rotate this way, and you can do all the work to it without having to fight it, standing up in a bucket or a barrel or a piece of metal or whatever. so awesome, it's not even funny. I just hope it works. All right, the last little piece, the tube where it swivels that we're going to clamp down to the bench. I don't know what you call it. What do you call that? Anyways, here we go. Oh, that is what I am talking about. Now, we got the lock bolt in place right here, which we can scoop this out. Got it locked in place. That's a little warm still. The adjuster screw for the leveling part of it snugged up. Snug up the sides of the case. That is a wrap. Okay, as you saw, we had a slight snafu with the 4L80 that we put in the truck in the video prior to this. Come to find out, it was probably injured. Couldn't really take a chance on it being good or not being good. But there was a piece of the snap ring laying on top of the valve body that I found when I went to put the shift kit in it. So, I've never rebuilt an automatic. Tore a few of them apart. Don't really know a whole lot about them. Probably called some parts by the wrong names and all that kind of stuff in the video earlier. But it's a work in progress. I'm going to learn how to do this if I have to take it in and out of the truck a couple of times. So, anyways, that's the end of the video. You saw we did a quick DIY on the holding fixture for the transmission so we can rebuild this thing and not struggle trying to stand it up in a bucket or something, you know. Totally doable, but just not not a lot of fun. So, anyways, I think I have about $30 worth of parts in the fixture and maybe an hour worth of time. You can buy those things off of Amazon and whatnot for about $199, I think. So rather than wait a couple days, I just built it. Anyways, that's a wrap. Transmission's torn down, ready to clean all the parts up. The new parts showed up, so I'm ready to start putting it back together. So over the next few days, you're going to see that. Anyways, thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. Big shout out to the new subscribers still coming from Stephen Cox's channel and also coming from the Good of the Land. That's it. We will see you guys in the next video. If you haven't already, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Love to see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.